What you are about to read is not easy. It's a journey into a world many choose to ignore, just beyond our front doors. We catch glimpses from our car windows, a person with a shopping cart, a fleeting pang of discomfort, then we move on. But I ask you to pause. Stay with me for this story. This isn't about statistics or policies. It's about people, human beings living in conditions most of us would find unbearable, right here in Texas. I've listened to their stories. What I've seen is both shocking and deeply moving. To grasp this crisis, we must look beyond the surface and question our assumptions about poverty, addiction, and home. I invite you into the homeless encampments of Texas, tent cities hidden under overpasses and along forgotten riverbeds. We'll meet the people who call these places home, hear their voices, and understand the complex paths that led them here. This isn't about judgment. It's about bearing witness to a raw, honest reality we can't afford to ignore. By the end, you'll see the faces behind the issue, and I hope, feel a renewed sense of connection to our shared community. Let's begin this journey together, with open eyes and an open heart. Under the I-45 overpass in Houston, the air is thick with exhaust, bayou dampness, and desperation. This tent city is a chaotic sprawl of tarps and makeshift shelters, not the neat rows the name suggests. The roar of traffic overhead is constant, a reminder of a world rushing by, oblivious. Paths wind through mud and debris, past broken chairs and forgotten toys. Every object here tells a story, a museum of lost dreams. Residents carve out order-worn paths, unwritten rules, invisible social structures. Eyes follow you, curious, wary, tired. Trust is scarce, earned slowly. For most, this isn't a stopover. It's become home, sometimes for years. Faces come and go, but the sense of being stuck remains. A life with no stability, yet impossible to escape. This is life in the shadows, governed by its own harsh rules. I met Sarah outside her tent, tending a few tomato plants in a cracked bucket, a small act of hope. She's 42, with kind, sad eyes. She's lived here in Austin for over a year, after losing her job and her apartment. Her story isn't unique, a series of setbacks, lost hours, a broken car, medical bills, left her with nowhere to go. "You're always just 1 or 2 paychecks away," she told me. "People think you did something wrong, but I worked my whole life." The hardest part is being separated from her 10-year-old son, who now lives with her sister. She calls him when she can, promising they'll be together again, though hope grows thinner each time. "He's the reason I keep going," she said, wiping away tears. "But it kills me that he knows his mom lives in a tent." Her tent is her sanctuary. Photos, a few books, a blanket from her grandmother, the last remnants of her old life. She keeps it meticulously clean, a small act of control in a world out of her hands. Sarah's story is a reminder. Homelessness can happen to anyone. It's not a moral failing, but what happens when the fragile supports of life collapse? Her resilience is quiet, but powerful. She clings to hope, even as the world around her offers little. In her struggle, we see the human cost of a broken system, and the strength it takes to survive. Surviving in a homeless encampment is about more than food and shelter. It's navigating a dangerous social landscape. The first rule: mind your own business. Privacy is sacred. Too many questions are a threat. Body language matters. A nod is fine. Eye contact can be a challenge. Protect your belongings at all costs. Theft is constant, and a lost blanket or ID can be devastating. People sleep with valuables tied to them, form alliances, and take turns watching over each other's tents. Exhaustion is constant. You can never fully relax. There's a hierarchy. Veterans get the best spots. Newcomers are pushed to the fringes. The system isn't fair, but it brings order. Reciprocity is key. Help is expected to be returned, whether it's food, a cigarette, or help before a storm. These small acts of kindness are lifelines. Survival is a collective effort, built on necessity and fragile trust. The social fabric here is brutal, but sometimes surprisingly compassionate. Many think police regularly patrol these encampments, but the reality is different. In the largest tent cities, law enforcement is often absent, not by policy, but by necessity. Officers describe these areas as no-go zones, unpredictable, dangerous, and outside the reach of traditional policing. The layout, narrow paths, poor lighting, makes patrols risky. Residents distrust police, and even simple checks can escalate quickly. The risk of violence is high, and backup is far away. In this vacuum, the strongest take control. Drug dealers and predators prey on the vulnerable. Disputes are settled by intimidation, not 911. Some residents are even taxed for their space, forced to pay for protection. Police respond only to serious emergencies: fires, deaths, assaults. Arrests for vagrancy don't solve the root problems, they just move people around. The cycle continues, frustrating both police and the homeless. For Texas's homeless, every day is a battle for basic needs: food, water, a safe place to rest. Food means long lines at soup kitchens, scavenging or panhandling for a cheap meal. Water is precious, especially in the brutal Texas heat. Public fountains are rare, and businesses often turn people away. Sanitation is a daily struggle. With few public toilets, people improvise, risking health and dignity. Safety is a constant concern, especially for women, who often sleep in groups or with a companion for protection. Theft and violence are ever-present threats. The stress of constant vigilance wears people down, mentally and physically. Yet, there's remarkable resourcefulness. Tents patched with duct tape, makeshift stoves, solar chargers for phones. People become urban survival experts, knowing every charity schedule and where to find usable cast-offs. This resilience is born of desperation, a daily battle with few victories. For every small win, there are countless setbacks. At first glance, a homeless encampment looks like chaos. But spend time there, and you'll see a community forged by shared hardship. People find belonging with each other, understanding struggles outsiders can't imagine. Small acts matter: sharing a cigarette, bandaging a wound, warning about dangers. When someone disappears, others check in. These are lifelines in a world of isolation. It's not a utopia. Conflict and betrayal exist, but so do moments of real connection. I met James, the unofficial mayor of his section, mediating disputes, helping newcomers, keeping things clean. "We're all we've got," he told me. "If we don't look out for each other, nobody will." These relationships offer practical and emotional support, a defense against crushing loneliness. Even in desperation, the need for connection endures. This is the hidden heart of the encampment, a place of warmth in the city's cold shadow. It's easy to believe homelessness could never happen to us. But the line between stability and the street is thin. Imagine losing your job, burning through savings, missing rent, and suddenly having nowhere to go. Many on the streets once had jobs, homes, families, until a crisis pushed them over the edge. Nurses, teachers, mechanics, ordinary people, undone by bad luck or a broken system. Some had no family to help or were too ashamed to ask. They are the cracks in our safety net. When you see someone on the street, look past the dirt and tattered clothes. Imagine the life they had, the dreams they lost. They're not so different from us, just people who've endured trauma most can't imagine. Empathy isn't pity, it's recognizing our shared humanity. We're all vulnerable. Compassion is the bridge between their world and ours. We've journeyed into the hidden world of homelessness in Texas. We've met the people, heard their stories, and seen their resilience. Now what do we do? The problem feels overwhelming. But apathy isn't an option. The first step: keep seeing. Don't let these stories fade. Next time you see someone experiencing homelessness, see them as a person, not a problem. A simple nod or kind word can make a difference. Learn more. Support local organizations providing food, shelter, and care. Volunteer, donate, advocate for real solutions: affordable housing, mental health care, living wages. Your engagement matters. For those living this reality, the struggle continues every day. Let's be a community that refuses to look away, a society that believes everyone deserves dignity. The path forward begins with each of us, to see, to care, and to act.